right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome once again. It's Deshaun Bradley, Fighting Carrier. It's been a while since I've been on here. Been a little busy with a lot of other different things, other business opportunities I'm setting up right now. But anyway, it's been a busy week. It's been a very busy week. We had on Tuesday the rejection of the other agreement, which was laughable at best. Apparently, the post office was trying to offer us more pennies, according to Corey Walton and others. The new plan, the new plan for money was, what was it? Got it here, right here. The new plan for the carriers was 1.3% increases, 1.6, 1.7. So that's how the post office feels about us. So, and with that said, I actually welcome the what was introduced in the Washington Post last night. We saw that if you haven't seen the article yet, the Donald Trump administration, they're planning to do an executive order to remove the Postal Executive Board. That's their plan right now, to do that. So let me get my tea right here ready. They're planning to do that, and I welcome that. This is how USPS feels about us carriers anyway. We're the ones who've been here since COVID. We've worked every single day, all types of weather. We work now this week. It's been negative 30 degrees, negative 20, negative 14. And who's out there delivering mail, house to house, walking, driving? Who's getting out of their vehicles, dismounting heavy boxes, dog food, up and down stairs? Despite the weather, despite the cold, who's out there? We are. We got our managers. They're in these cushy offices, coming down with decisions that they make. And so, I welcome that. As carriers, we're not going to be affected by too much by this executive order. No, this is aimed at upper levels of management. So I welcome that change. I have a 10-point plan to save the post office, but me, I'm just a peon. I'm no one, so I can't get my message out there to people. I'm trying my best, working behind the scenes, contacting people at Congress, but you don't hear back from these people. So our so-called representatives. You don't hear back from them. You contact them, and nothing happens with them. So, I'm going to keep trying though. I'm not going to give up, and try to get this plan out there. So, I welcome this, and and it's good. What was it? $9.8 billion loss is what USPS is reporting. And where's the money at? I mean, whose idea was it in management to buy Mercedes-Benz mattresses? Those vehicles are crap. I cannot stand the mattress. The mattress is horrible. I've requested an LLV for my route. The LLV goes right through that snow for my city delivery. It maneuvers better. I get in and out of the boxes a lot easier, a lot better than that stupid mattress. The mattress is horrible. Give me the LLV. Any day of the week. And I love how you sliding downhill, put that baby right into neutral, get those wheels to stop, boom, good to go. And then you just keep on going with the LLV. So does it not have heat? No, but then again, we're delivering the code anyway. So you just come up, bundled up, 4 or 5 layers, gloves on, good to go. So it doesn't heat the best, but it works better in the snow than the mattress. The LLV has a lot more room up front. I can put 2 or 3 tubs right there to from outgoing mail, one for packages. I can put more trays on there, and I like the telescopic tray right there. I like how it moves back and forth with that. So these guys in management make these decisions, and none of us are surprised by it. It's no doubt a lot of waste and abuse. I mean, why do we have so many bosses? Why does my boss have to report to another boss to get permission to manage the office here? Now, I have a good boss. She works with the carriers and whatnot, and not everyone has that. I think out of all the management, there's probably 1% bosses out there who actually does the right thing and works with the carriers. But I have a pretty decent boss right now. But why does she have to talk to Ampone to get decisions about the office right here? So, we welcome this. For the most part, welcome the Trump administration doing executive orders for the management class, because that's not going to affect us too much. That's not going to affect us too much with that. And think about this too. The Postal Executive Board, something I was screaming about a while back, is that these guys, they give subsidies to their mailer buddies. A lot of them come from the mailing industry as well, or they had these degrees here, and they don't increase the postage rate. They don't increase the rates on packages, and we're taking a loss because these companies are getting by with the mailing opportunities and things. So this postal board, they haven't done right. I'm pretty sure their salaries are. I'm pretty sure they're taking care of their salaries. While these guys are cutting up six figures here and there, sitting in cushy offices and hanging out down there in DC swamp area, we, the carriers, we're the ones out there busting our humps off in order to get the mail done. So, a lot of big news this week. This is the latest on the Washington Post reporting that the Trump administration they're going to try to remove the postal board executive order. And of course, they're going to fight it. And again, everyone don't panic about privatization, because again, we are Article 1 of the Constitution. We are not Article 2. We're not under the executive branch. So it would take an act of Congress, and Congress will not have the stomach to privatize the post office. There'd be a lot of opposition to that with the American people there, as well as with some people of Congress there too. It's true they have slight majorities in the House and the Senate. So the only way you have to worry about privatization, I would say, is after the midterms. If the Republicans get more House seats, or if they get more Senate seats, then you may have to worry just a little bit more during that time, because it'll be more the GOP side there. But right now they have a slim majority. I don't see Susan Collins of Maine going for privatization. I can see many GOPs. I can even see Josh Hawley going against privatization. I really can. I can see that happening too, because he has a lot of rural constituents there, and the rural people, they'll be affected the most by privatization of the post office. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Again, we're Article 1 of the Constitution. President Trump he can't privatize this on his own through executive order. He may have some legal ramifications for the postal board itself. I don't know. I seriously doubt it too, though. They may have a good case, the postal board, because they are Article 1 of the Constitution. Article 1 is Congress. Article 2 is the executive. So we don't have to. I don't think we have to worry too much about that. So, but I do welcome. I think this is how Trump. You gotta understand. This is how Trump negotiates. He will say something or he will do something out there in order to get people to think, in order to get people to do X, Y, and Z. So that's his negotiating style. He does these things. He goes to the extreme area, but he's willing to accept 10, 15, 20%. But he goes high, knowing that he's not going to get the high. But what he wants is right there in the middle, or somewhere in the low end down there. That's how Trump negotiates. That's why I don't panic with everything he says, because if you've seen Trump before, this is just how he rolls. That business mentality. And I'm learning a lot from that too, business mentality too, because I am working on another business. I'm studying right now to get another a license here and there, and I'm gonna try to do my own thing. Not because I'm worried about anything in the future, and I love my job as a carrier, but just seeing how these negotiations and things went with Renfroe and the USPS, and now we're in arbitration with that. And we did notice that the comments are back on NALC site. Why'd you turn them off, Renfroe? You, Mr. Renfroe, you should have listened to the carriers. Okay, you're sitting there in the elite class of 6 figures, and you didn't want to listen to us carriers. That's why you turn off the comments, because it's all about you and your ego. And again, Renfroe, you need to step down. I mean, you really should step down. You're going to stick it out, knowing that you're going to lose in the next election. You know you're going to lose. But you're just sticking it out. The contract was trash. You didn't fight for us, because if you did, you would have fought like that at the very beginning. You would have listened to us. You would have said, the carriers only want a few things. One, don't mess with our office times. Don't mess out. Fight for us out there in the street. These stationary events, if it didn't happen, if they didn't see it, it never happened. So that shouldn't be a thing. Don't lie about the heat training. Fight the post office against that. Get our pay to where we get huge, massive raises. Ones that keep up with the inflation. And 5-6 years to reach the top step. We're not asking for that much. We're asking basically to be left alone for the most part out there on the street, and more money. And yet you have always fought for the management side, the management position. The post office don't have any money, they're broke. Well, whose fault is that? The pay comparability law. It doesn't matter what the post office is making. We're supposed to be making comparable wages to UPS. Our benefits and reaching top step should be what UPS is. 5-6 years to reach the top step. So Brian, you have been a weak leader. You have been pro management. Are you going for the next Postmaster General position? Did Joy talk about that as he stepped down, as he needed to step down, because this 10-year plan or whatever, trying to make us into Amazon hubs when we're not Amazon? We are supposed to be right there in the community, as at the post office. We're not supposed to go to one central location and then drive 20 minutes to our routes every morning. We're not supposed to do that. We should be able to get to our routes within 5-6 minutes. Go around the corner, boom, you're there. Not a 20-minute drive through neighborhoods or on a highway, wherever you gotta go to get to your route. So, this has been a huge news week as far as postal related news is concerned. The Postmaster General stepping down, as well as the agreement. Oh, and then come to find out, Tuesday night they had an emergency executive council meeting, and apparently what that was about was Renfroe was upset. He wanted to find out who was leaking information out, to the masses, because again, it's all about his ego, and he does not care about the carriers at all. He's been out of touch, and it was funny. I remember on Facebook, I saw the pictures there. He was outside in the rain. To fight like hell or whatever. This dude ain't fighting like nothing. This dude is a clown. And it was all old heads there, people who are already at the top step, whatnot. He's out there in the rain. That's the first time he's worked in the rain, and God knows how long. So he doesn't know. And while us carriers, we're in and out of the weather all the time. He's just standing there. It was just a laughable picture. And I don't know, this dude Renfroe, he has such an ego, a massive ego problem. He doesn't even see it. He doesn't see the issue with it. So, you know, he has to go. He has to go. CLC, they're doing their thing. I did see a post this morning about changing our profile pictures if we support CLC. Nah, I'm not doing that. Sorry, CLC. I mean, I kind of rock with you, but at the same time, I see all the names, the people who are running for the board or for the NALC and stuff. I don't know these people. I need to see these people. I need to meet these people. I would like to interview Henry. I don't need to interview Corey because he has his own show from 8 Arbitration, a good show. I haven't listened to it in a long time though, just because I've kind of just gotten out of all the cussing and stuff, just because that's not my thing. And if I want to hear the cussing, I'll listen to some hip hop. But still, a lot of information there from 8 Arbitration, so if that's your thing, roll with it. So I'm not knocking the show, don't get me wrong. That's just my preference. I'm trying to interview Henry, especially as I get this show going. I'm gonna do some more research this weekend and see if I can be able to do interviews and stuff. But I need to meet these people on the CLC who's running. I do have some issues with the CLC. The fact that it seems to be highly secretive. Maybe that's because they don't want the NALC people or whatever to try to come in there and do a hostile takeover or something. So that may be one reason, but it's just a lot of secrecy with that, and I'm not down with that. If you want to represent the CLC, if you want to represent the carriers, just a little bit more openness with me is what I'm looking for, especially with the people behind the scenes. I don't know these people. Hey, that's like the NALC elections. I mean, I see names that pop up. Like, who are these people? Where are their profiles at? Where the bios at? Where the interviews at? If I can get this show better, I would like to do that, to interview folks. So no, that's all I want to get. That's all I got right now. This morning I wanted to just hop on here real quick, just to let everybody know what's going on this week. I see the Washington Post coming out. The executive order may come out today. Might come out this weekend for to remove the postal board. And of course, I know they're ready. In fact, I am on X. I've talked to someone on the postal board, right there. So I think one of the chairmen on there, something like that. But anyway, that executive order may come out, and then the tentative agreement going to arbitration. It's gonna be about 3 years before we see any penny increase, because I don't trust the arbitrator, especially if Renfroe is part of the arbitration. He's gonna be our voice, and his fight like hell is to give us 1.2%, not 1.3. He signs with management, so what are we really going to get except the original tentative agreement that he wants? Because his ego is involved. That's the problem. His ego is involved. So we're in arbitration, going to arbitration. It's going to hang on. But this is what we wanted, though. We want arbitration. I'm glad we voted no. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad we fought and voted no for the agreement, because it tells. I should have told Renfroe that this contract was trash. But no, it's not going. A person like that, a person who has an ego problem, who's narcissistic, has a ton of hubris, he's not going to see it that way. He's going to view this as an attack against himself. But it is what it is. So we got that going on. We got DeJoy stepping down because his plans were just trash. You know, he's making bank too as well, almost $600,000 a year. Um, so there's a lot of fraud and abuse there. Because I would like to see the Amazon contract. You know, how much are we getting reamed for that? Um, the Amazon contract. So there's a lot of stuff that they can choose they can choose to do, or they refuse to do. Again, I want to know who's making these decisions on these vehicles to buy. So who's making decisions on mattresses? It's supposed to be in conjunction with the NALC and USPS, but you got people in there who probably hasn't carried mail in years. Oh, yep, this is good. Oh, it has air conditioning, it has heat. Yep, this is fine. But yet the cockpit area is so small in the mattress, you can't move in that thing. In order for me, you got to get out your vehicle, go to behind the police cage right there. No LLVs and things like that. It's so much better for delivery because I can get out of my seat. I don't even have to open the door. I can go right to the back, get what I gotta get out, and then come out. I don't have to get out and do, all my trays are right there, tubs are there. So much more room. So who's making these decisions there for us? Why are we doing the things that we're doing? So I welcome that. What else? That's about it, I think, this morning. So, all right, everybody have a good day. I gotta get to my exercises real quick before I get out here to the cold again and to deliver this mail. But y'all take care. Have a good day today at the job, and we'll see you soon.